Hello everyone, my name is whatever you don't care what my name is, and here we go with some wrestling updates, what's been going on in the wrestling world, and the first thing I wanted to talk about was Jeff Hardy. Alright, so for those who saw Hell in a Cell and saw the nasty bump Jeff took after swinging back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and then fell right through that table from the cell roof all the way down to that table. Yeah, we saw that Jeff looked like he got seriously hurt. He was stretchered out, and we heard that while en route to the hospital, that Jeff coughed up blood. So we were like, oh shit, he must be seriously hurt. But then we found out that no, he checked himself out after he was cleared, so that was good. I was a little worried. I think everybody was a little worried that Jeff had just, seriously injured himself, which wouldn't surprise anybody. But we're glad to know he's okay, and hopefully he follows his brother's same path and retires as well. Because Matt Hardy had retired earlier that day, and hopefully Jeff does the same thing. Because Jeff, we love you, we really do, but you do not need to kill yourself to entertain us. Okay, we're fine. Okay, we're fine. We've seen all of your death-defying stuff. Just please stop doing that. The last bit of news I wanted to talk about is the WWE Concussion Lawsuit that these former WWE employees had hit on WWE about 3 years ago, I believe. Yeah, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I think it may have been 2015. I don't know, but it has been years. And this lawsuit was done because the lawyer who represented Big Daddy V, aka Viscera, aka King Mabel, had convinced these wrestlers that, hey, look, if you suffered any kind of concussions or any kind of head injuries while you worked in the WWE, even if it was for a month or a week, you could still sue them. And so over 51 to 53 former wrestlers all sued WWE, and the lead plaintiff was Road Warrior Animal, who was only doing this because he was being bitter, because WWE wouldn't hire him, because he couldn't get a job as a trainer in WWE. So he got pissed off, he started shooting at WWE a lot, and when he found out about this concussion lawsuit, he decided to be the lead plaintiff for this whole case. So, yeah. Well, unfortunately for them, the judge threw the lawsuit out, mostly because the lawyer's own fault. The lawyer apparently didn't do as what the judge instructed him to do, so because of that, the lawsuit was thrown out. And to be honest with you, I think we all knew it was going to get thrown out, because when you look at the list of the wrestlers who are suing WWE, yeah, you kind of figured that no, many of them weren't even in WWE long. Some of them were even in other places for years before going to WWE, and even then, they were only there for a cup of coffee, oh yeah, or were just there for a little bit. So this shouldn't surprise anybody. And to give you an example of some of these guys who were only there for a little while, Chavo Guerrero Sr. Yeah, Chavo Guerrero Jr.'s dad. He was in WWE for about 6 months. He was there in 2004, but before then, throughout his whole career, he was in other promotions. He never showed up in WWE. So by 2004, he showed up for 6 months, but most of that time he spent as Chavo's manager, his manager. And the only wrestling matches I can remember he ever did was for that Cruiserweight Championship, and that's it. That's all he ever did. That wasn't even that many matches. It was only maybe 1 or 2 matches, and that was it. So, yeah, and even then he got fired because he didn't show up for house shows. So because of that, he was fired. So, and another example I can use. Let me see who else here. Because shit, there's a lot of these people here. Sabu. Sabu's on this list as well. Now, Sabu claimed that, oh, I didn't know I was on this lawsuit. I'm not suing the WWE. But even then, the moment you see Sabu's name, you're like, okay, get the hell out of here. Sabu? Really? Sabu wasn't even in WWE for long, okay? He spent his entire career in ECW and other indie promotions where he did a lot of hardcore shit that pretty much almost killed him. So even to this day, he's still doing that kind of shit. So, yeah, it's no surprise that, that he, at that people didn't take this lawsuit seriously when they saw Sabu's name. Other people on this list are mostly people who are bitter against WWE, or bitter against the company. I think one good example I can use is Jazz. Another one I can use is Shane Douglas. Yeah, there's so many guys here on this name. I mean, like, wow. I mean, Jimmy Superfly Snuka. He wasn't even in WWE that long. His wife, his widow, put his name in the lawsuit because of what happened to her husband. But let's be honest, even that I cannot take seriously. But yeah, a lot of these guys on this lawsuit just didn't even need to be in there because they were in WWE long, or were in other match promotions where they killed each other just to get ahead. And even then, by the time they got to WWE, they weren't even there long. But there are some people on this list that I did feel, deserve something, like Muhammad Hassan, for example. Muhammad Hassan was on this lawsuit. I felt like, you know what? He should get something. After all the crap he was put through, and after some of the stuff he went through, I think he did deserve something. But yeah, a lot of these people on this list were either bitter or just wanted to get something out of this. So yeah, Chavo Guerrero Jr. is one of those guys who feels he deserves something for all his time in WWE. And you know what? Maybe he did deserve something. The guy did get injured in WWE with his concussion that he suffered. But he still is wrestling in other promotions as well. So yeah, I don't think he was going to get anything at all. But yeah, I'm glad this lawsuit got thrown out, because a lot of these people, I seriously thought we're going to get a lot of things. And because of that, we're not going to see a lot of them get into the Hall of Fame. We're not going to see Demolition get inducted in the Hall of Fame. We're not going to see Jazz ever get inducted in the Hall of Fame. We're not going to see One Man Gang get inducted in the Hall of Fame. King Kong Bundy, Ahmed Johnson. You know what? I take that back. I don't think Ahmed Johnson was ever going to get in the Hall of Fame. Kamala, probably not. Oh, and both Dave and Earl Hebner were in this lawsuit as well. Yeah, Earl Hebner. You remember him, right? The guy who got fired for stealing stuff from WWE with his brother, and also wanted to come back to WWE and get rehired as a referee. Yeah. So, I'm not surprised that a lot of these guys are not going to get into the Hall of Fame. They're not going to come back to WWE anytime soon, unless they bend over, unless they get on their knees and beg for Vince to come back and kiss his ass. But it's most likely not going to happen. And all that time they wasted on this lawyer, all that money they probably wasted on him, I'm like, you know what? They should sue the lawyer for failing to do his job. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Jeff's okay. I'm glad to hear that. The concussion lawsuit's thrown out, so WWE doesn't have to worry about that. And they got a big win, so good for them. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you have a different opinion about, Jeff, his condition, or about this concussion lawsuit, leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. Hit the subscribe button. Check out my Facebook page. Check out my Twitter page. And I'll see you all next time to give you more love and more entertainment. So until then, take care. See you all next time.